Now to start running up this hill or cliffside, whatever you would like to call it, to that question mark, which I'm kind of surprised that it was already known, knowing that we were here. Because there's this beautiful Lynel right here, which I would like to greet. I'm so hard not to target right now because I got a rocket shield on the back. Now I'm going to go up because I don't feel like getting attacked by it right now, at least by its sword. And promptly use the bomb arrows on it because I would also not like to fight it with its armor on. Though it's not too bad because we have the Cobble's Crusher or whatever it is, that weapon. And we're just gonna do one more. It's like, it's amazing how much damage the Lynel moves actually do, or I guess the Lynel attacks do. Which ones are you doing too early or too late of a dodge? And I'm just gonna go behind this boulder, which honestly it probably could have actually helped. Okay, and there we go. So it's been a while since we've actually fought Lynels, and I figured why not do that today? And just like that, we took it down. And this also was just a normal main lion, it wasn't like a silver mane or anything like that. Thank you for your glove, thank you for your bow, I would take all of that. Also, what's convenient for us is that it's actually right outside the Coliseum. That's also full of Lynels. It's kind of funny. It's like, why did they make that? At least make it spread out a little bit further. But hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tears of the Kingdom. And hello Lynel friends, it's been a long time since we've went into the floating Coliseum, that's what it's called. Why is it floating though? Or why is it called that? It's not like it's floating at all. And I also don't know if there's anything that we'll get after fighting these, because there's no chest. Also, I switched our weapon from the Cobble Breaker, I'm just gonna call it that, because I want to save that until at least we get armored Lynels, or at least more stronger Lynels. Plus this one is also 98 damage in comparison. It is the Scimitar of the 7. I am kind of surprised we did not get hit right there. Am I complaining? Not at all. Or like right there. What? Also, I'm not too worried about getting hit with the gloom that's on them, because I have made sure to cook some food beforehand, which would allow us to actually get some of our health back. Okay, not quite. I'm still kind of learning how to dodge Lynels properly. Okay, thankfully our shield saved us right there, and can I not hop up with there? That sucks. I was hoping. And surprised we weren't able to flurry rush right there. Okay. Thank you, Noble, for taking that hit. I appreciate you very much, my friend. It's not super intimidating with all these sages. Now, of course, it is doing this big fire thing. Ow! Fair enough, Lynel, fair enough. I'm glad that doesn't do any brutal damage. That actually startled me quite a bit. Oh my line, what mighty teeth you have! I'm surprised none of these Lynels, actually, I'm kind of surprised none of these enemies really want to not bite at us. And there you go, I guess that's my answer to my question, that it will... I don't know the dodging needs for sphere Lynels. I'm not gonna lie. I'm used to the sword. Much like how I'm not really used to sphere or club phantom cannons, which I think after we do Lynels, not necessarily in this episode, we're also going to be fighting some phantom cannons. Those guys are laughably easy, and it's kind of sad because phantom cannons actually ended up being, or blue hounds reboot, actually ended up being some of my favorite enemies there. Maybe if it just jumps off, we should probably just back off. Well, oh well. It's what it is. Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess the answer to my question of what we would get from here is just crystals from the actual Lynels. So I think originally we also get more crystals. That, or it was a like old map or something like that. It wasn't armor, at least that I know of. Okay, I was taking a risk there. because I just wanted to hit the line right there. But man, zebra stripes, and low-key, I really miss gold Lynels. The highest that we can get now are silver horn Lynels. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure that's these. We didn't pick up this bow before. Okay, well, since it's more than 32. These are 30. To balance this out, to drop this. Mighty Lynel bow. So I'll probably pick up more of their weapons after this, because I want to make sure I actually focus on attacking these guys. I'm so glad we got the scimitars, because goodness does it make a difference. Ooh, we should also eat some food that will allow us to actually attack more. So first, a little bit more health would be great, or at least being able to heal them, and then we'll get our attack up. So now it'll make things a whole lot easier. And I'm so happy that Flurry Whip prevents us from actually taking some damage. I'm so tempted to use the Master Sword, but I'm leaving that for Gloom. See, maybe we will. Because right now, it is still pretty hard hitting. I think it's about 60 right now. Not quite, I think it's a little bit over, but still. A little bit of damage, not too bad, but one more attack is needed. Oh, and it's actually glowing. That makes sense because it's been made by Gloom. Although, unlike the Phantom Ganon fights or Gloom fights, we will still unfortunately take some damage. Okay, speaking of mace attacks, mace? I don't really want to take the time to know. Okay, that was intimidating. But thank you, Lynel, for not being too bad. Wow, we just melted the armor there. I mean, I'm not complaining for sure. No. Switch weapons again because I don't want to break that the cobblestone. Oh, see, this is why I want to pick up all the materials and stuff before we actually get a game over. Although we have fairies, so I'm actually not that worried about. It's only 2 times. I guess it's because we dodge. It just wants to hit us first. So I'm not that worried even about getting a game over, because I forgot that I may not have done a bug that allows us to get over 900 fairies. So like, I'm not gonna be too intimidated getting melted here. It's like we're typically melting all these Lynels, which I'm very happy about. Thank you for running right through me, buddy. I appreciate you. So hoping one of the weapons that we were using, there's one fairy, which I am really going to heal up because I feel like it feels weird having the fairies off like that. Yes, guys, let's huddle around the Lynel. I'm pretty sure we've taken a picture of these Lynels before, but I'm gonna double check, but have we took a picture of you yet? Oh, we have, but I kind of like this picture a bit more than the other ones. Okay, apparently this Lynel did not want the picture taken. I mean, do I blame it? No. It's still kind of sad. And they pick up this maze and just barely be able to actually dodge that. Oh my goodness, I'm glad we did say. Thanks, Lynel. Thank you, Lynel, for allowing me to be questionable like this. Apparently we're just going to use a lightning shot, okay. And just barely survive with 1 hit. I'm very glad that none of the enemies in this game that can take away hearts like Ganon does. Like, the shock to most people when Ganondorf was like, you know what, I'm now going to not only do Gloom to you, but I am actually going to take away your health. Which I thought was such a great twist. Bruh, this shows how powerful Ganondorf is, especially with the Sage ability that he has. Oh, okay, that was way too late of a dodge. Why? Lynel, do you have heartburn? Is that why you're so angry? Because the amount of times that you've used your fire attack, it's kind of a surprise. Apparently we're picking up a broadsword. Didn't even realize they were dropping their weapons. Thank you, that should be the last one then. Cutscene of it opening, which is kind of sad. But it is what it is. So it's good to cook up some food, plus it's lovely hearing Link hum like that. But now we are in that Keyshot light route going to the closest Lynel, which I don't think we can see from here. That would be cool. Should I have healed before we went to go after it? Probably. But do it, it's fine. I thought there was a glow zone. That would be kind of cool if some of them could actually glow. Is this you, Lynel? Is this who we're going after? It is. I am just trying to get up to this weapon right here. Like I was going towards us right now because it's like, hey, there's somebody right there. Hi, Lynel. It's good to see you. I'm going to once again melt the armor because I don't really want to deal with one that is armored, despite having something that I could absolutely obliterate the armor's health. Ooh, we could also infuse the shield with these now I think about it. And I think this is also just another regular Lynel. Wait, it didn't actually take any damage. Okay, we're just going straight up again. Did I forget that we had a bow on? Yes. Ah, I forgot that we don't have a bow on either. I just realized it's just counterpoint. I meant to say rocket. We have a rocket on? So, I would just like to mount this Lynel because I don't normally do that. Plus, hey, it makes it so much quicker. With the weapons that we have, absolutely melting them. And I'm pretty sure one of these Lynels that we're going to be facing off against is not just going to be a normal Lynel. This is massive. Let's see what it's actually called, if it's called anything. Nope, just want to see what it is. But we can take a picture of our Lynel shield, so there's that. It's on to our next Lynel, I suppose. One right beside Kimakarut Shrine, which I think is this way. That or nope, it's over a cliffside. Once again. Oh no, it's this time it's actually a root. What's this down here? I don't believe so. I think we need to go right up. And I also love how you can tell where most Lynels in the depths are, which they are going to be around, or rather underneath the stable, so it makes it really easy to actually tell where it is. And now we have a bow on, so now we can melt the armor off of belt. It's also kind of interesting how all the Lynels that are in the depths have armor on. Okay, no, it just dodged. Okay, fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. Now that we have this, I'm kind of curious to know how much other things damage would do. I don't want to waste any of the horns. And I don't think we can actually use any of the elements against them. So, I'm actually going to use a diamond. I don't oftentimes do that. Barely did anything. Now a silver Bokuba and horn. I also barely did anything. What about still elementals? Okay, no. So it seems like bombs are still the way to go. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but kind of unfortunate. But oh well. You know, we should be able. Wow, it's actually one that isn't just a regular Lynel. Hello, Silver Lynel. How are you doing? I always called it a white mane Lynel, which I think there is actually white mane Lynels in Breath of the Wild. At least that's what they called. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been some time since I played Breath of the Wild. I walked right into that. But I'm glad to know that even with the health this low, it's not going to take any damage until the gloom kicks into the actual health. I never actually knew that. No, I'm not usually fighting a enemy that would take up this much damage. It's also a bit more free when you have a bunch of items that can, I guess, heal your health back. Maybe you should just actually start running instead of trying to dodge that. How do I think about it? And I wonder with that amount of time gap between there, if we would be able to actually mount it after it does its fire. I wouldn't want to try that because it's a little bit too close to comfort getting hit by the fireballs there, but like, still. Nice comment question of the day, since we're fighting Lynels right now. What's your favorite strat to fighting Lynels. Now we're gonna go into Sphere? No, it's not Sphere. No, one of the weapons is a Sphere. I think we already used that one up. But a lot of my weapons right now, at least today, have the blue-made Lynel weapon, so there's that. Ooh, thank you, Rejo. I think you actually stopped the Lynel from attacking. And I'm glad that even if the dodges aren't going to Fury Rushes, we're still managed to actually survive the hits, or rather jump through the hits. Ooh. Big shield. Now we're just going south of Coke Shrine, which for once we're actually facing the proper way. This would be the last Lynel, at least in the depths, because it's the last one that I know where it is. Unless for some reason this ends up being the Gloomhound, which is also possible. Okay, it's not, because Gloomhounds would not have a question mark. Okay, so what are you? Ooh, another silver Lynel. Yes, I see you, buddy. Okay, that's not how you fused. There we go. Okay, now you don't want to actually go up on the rocket lane. Sometimes he does, and the other times he's like, you know what? I'm going to completely ignore this. So I am definitely happy that we have a bunch of Lynel bows now, but also that we have a bunch of arrows. So maybe we'll try to take this one out with just using the arrows. Because we have lots of stamina food, and we know that we can stun it. But maybe that would actually be the next Lynel, because this is, after all, a silver Lynel. Let's get some stamina here. I think that would still be best. Able to jump on it too, and I love you, buddy. Thank you for letting me use your ability, but Dan doesn't stay for a long time. So these weapons are still better than bombs, which is good to know. I think for that one, if I remember, we want to wait a little bit longer. You are running into your own shield, buddy. Like, some of these you want to do really quick, and some of them you just want to actually wait a little bit longer. Okay, dude, seriously, it feels like these guys must have heartburn or something. Thank you very much, Tree, for protecting me. Imagine that if that was actually an Evergreen, though. I would have felt so bad for it, because it would have just gotten a yeehaw right there. You know, Bo, thank you for taking the hit, my dude. Thank you for taking the hit. Thank you, Dodge, for allowing me to dodge. So this is also great practice for using, or for fighting against Lynels. Since you want to get a little bit better at combat in this game, one of them has always been Lynels. Of course, having better weapons would be ideal, but still, okay, we're just going right down apparently. Hey, I'm sorry, Link. Okay, oh, you're actually not going to teleport, you're actually going to go after us. It's kind of a surprise. Okay, so you are going to teleport. One of the very few enemies in this game that will actually teleport. The only other enemy that I know can do this is Phantom Cannon, which is also kind of terrifying when it happens. But I say probably not as terrifying as Lynels, because I never actually expected a Lynel to do that until one time I was just trying to run away from one. Because I wasn't even attacking, I was just trying to go through and unlock something, and all of a sudden this Lynel teleported behind me. I didn't even have any weapons drawn or anything, so I was really surprised that it actually tried to attack me. I'm sure that's also happened to a couple of you guys as well. I'd be surprised if I was the only one. Lynel, hi buddy, can you do another one that I could hopefully dodge? That was just a side dodge, so that was not bad. I mean, that works too. Hopefully that we would be able to attack it. Also kind of curious to know if Lynels could, yeah, I figured you would do this attack. Sorry, Link, you're a little bit too close to the heat there. I don't blame you for... I don't blame the tree for not protecting me fully from that. Ooh. Too bad that didn't count as a mount. You can imagine that Lynel allowing his enemy to mount it from his back because it launched it right onto. Wait, why do you keep wanting to pull your bow? Are you okay, mister? Do you need some help? Or what's going on in your lovely brain of yours? Also, I'm so happy that Lynels are returning enemies from Breath of the Wild, because it made me so happy actually seeing it up here. Okay, once again, dude, take care of your heartburn. Must be the reason why they're so angry, otherwise I don't really know. Yeah, that's right, I hit myself before you could hit me. Okay, now we're down here, now we're just gonna be fighting arrows versus arrows. But I win. Bro, your hoof just launched. Same with your bow, like... Huh? It must be really late. But now I actually want to find just a Lynel. See how well we can actually melt that down. Also kind of surprised the leap that we took from finding 2 Lynels, 3 Lynels in depth, and then having 2 silver. So maybe we'll check this one out first, and then find one up in the surface. Which, I think, down here is about 5 that we've already fought. Excluding the ones that were in the Colosseum, of course, because there's definitely more. I think I found 7 or on the surface, or in the surface. Oh, right there. Hello, Lynel. I didn't expect you to be like right outside of here. So you are also Silver Lynel. Okay, so I won't really worry about using bombs on you like that. But again, it's kind of sad that we haven't faced off against like any other lane to Lynels. Apparently mine revolts. Don't know why Lynels, but hey, good for you for dodging the bombs here, buddy, but at the same time, I just want to break your armor off. Thank you. Thank you for letting me break your armor off. This time we're not going to use Tulin, we're just gonna go straight for mounting this Lynel right here. I am so sorry, Lynel, at the same time. So, low-key, we should probably switch the weapon, because to like a slightly stronger weapon, not necessarily the Dawnbreaker, that's what I want to call it. Maybe, actually, switch it to the light scale trident. Light scare. Apparently we're scared of it or something like that. So it should do at least a little bit more damage. Plus we could actually get ourselves, looks like Sidons should actually do a press attack because, you know, getting the weapon wet or getting ourselves wet, even via splash fruit, should, oh my goodness, 108. Okay, that was a good choice. Hi buddy, how's it going? It's still okay. I don't know how long it actually lasts for though, because I don't know if it's based on Link or just getting the trident wet itself. It feels like it's from the actual trident, but you know what, we'll take it until we can because it's absolutely melting the health off of the slide. It does. Maybe I should have tried this one before. Staples, that was easy. Thank you very much, Sidon. Thank you very much, Slapshoot. Thank you, Mifa. Especially you, Mifa, because you're the one that allowed us to have this. It feels weird dropping all these ones, but like, aside from these lineables, these normal, like, yeah, lineable bow, not bowls. I see you there, but I want to move you so I can get this one back. Get this claymore back. It's 108. Anyways, we got a lot of good bows now just from doing this. Like, hoo-wee. Now we're taking a quick pit stop in Dragon Head Island, which you might be wondering why, because there's no Lynels in the sky. It's not because we're going to the sky, it's because we're going back down to the surface. And this was the closest spot that we could to landing right down to said Lynel, which I don't know what kind of Lynel it's going to be. I just know it is down below. Okay. Hello, Tulin. I'm glad that you're here, my friend. Maybe you should actually get up at the clouds so we can see at least a little bit better. It's also kind of cool the fact that the Spirit Temple is actually right underneath. Now to turn around. Okay, yet another one. But at the same time, at least we don't need to do a splash fruit. Although this one actually looks like it might be a... Oh, it's a white main vinyl this time. Do we not have a picture of you? We do not. Okay, okay. So this is one I actually thought was blue main Lynels for whatever reason. I don't know why, but thank you for having your sword. This is the one that I'm still most used to. Dang, I'm so glad that we have these weapons though, because... Oh, does it do so much damage against it? And I also could have not expected that explosive attack right there. But gosh darn it. I don't remember what I was going to say now because there was many things that were jumbling in there. It's yeah, we could have just tested to see if this would melt. The bombs would melt it. You know what, I guess as we're going towards this Lynel right here, we may as well say hi to Beetle, make a little quick pit stop to buy some more arrows, and you know what, for the heck of it, because sometimes he says something especially about these, I may as well buy them. See, the sunset firefly is dazzling, stunning. When I'm finished dotting about this little beauty, I'll return to its natural habitat. Nature's balance can be bungled up if you realize that insects are into a new habitat. Beetle's policy is to take care of nature so nature can take care of bugs. Beetle, you are such a sweetheart. He also says something if you buy everything, which I think is nice. Not always. Oh, sorry, man. And nope, not this time. But thank you, Beetle. You're right there. As I skip what she was going to say. I'm surprised that these horses weren't trying to run away right there because they're real close. Maybe it's because we weren't moving. Addison? Okay, we're making another quick pit stop. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know that technically these definitely are not Lynels. Minoru, you are not Addison. Like, I love you, girl, but I'm trying to speak to my boy. Okay, so let go, see if it... Okay, it does hold up. I wasn't sure if you would need, like, a sign or something like that. Yes, he is standing. You're welcome, Addison. Ooh, thank you for the 20 rupees. The electro veggie rice balls. And for the sleepover ticket. Okay, thank you. Sometimes you give out... Bottle... Oh my goodness. Hiccups there. Muddle bud, or muddle bugs, apparently. Okay, which Lynel are you? Yo, like blue main Lynel. For once. Hi, buddy, can I... Okay, that can't mount you. I don't know why I thought it would. But I mean, I was low-key hoping. It's too bad we're not in a storm like that other one. But at the same time, does it really look like it's necessary? Because... Ooh, we just chopped down that tree. Rest in peace, that little tree. And you know, before this does its thing, Sidon, please come here so I can grab you, and hopefully just... Okay, it does more damage too. I would just like to see how much damage it will do. More. Once again, I'm surprised that we all just kind of dodge each other. Like, no Fury Rush. I'm also kind of glad that Lynels also can't just make lots of Fury Rushes. I can imagine if that was the case, like Ganondorf. Like, that's another kind of cool surprise from Ganon, that he could actually dodge you too. Okay, you know what? Maybe a last hit would just be from Throne. Oh, that was extra last hit. I didn't expect that to actually take you completely down. Oh, thank you for the shield. Another mighty Lynel. Okay, so I guess it's just blue ones that will go for that. I mean, I guess that makes sense. And yeah, we as well drop that, pick that one up, and replaced it. Okay, so I think it's gonna be our last Lynel, unless one of these ones is going to be a... No, we'll do one more. In which we're gonna start in the sky once again, because unfortunately we don't have a shrine that is nearby. But I believe this one is actually going to be a Should no main quote-unquote Lynel? Or a regular Lynel, or just a default basic Lynel? I'm sorry, like, we should probably just dive out of the sky, because it was freezing cold there despite it not being freezing cold down here. I don't really know why, but you know what, I'm not going to question it too much. Oh, okay. I want to use the diving armor. I think right down there is actually the... Oh, it is a Lynel! And it is just a regular Lynel. Okay, cool. I'm happy about that. Because that means we can actually test out the bombs in comparison to damage against it. Maybe we should go back just a little bit, but this should still work anyways. So how much damage does that do against you, buddy? It does quite a bit. And this is with attack up food and everything too. Oh my goodness. Okay then, I guess with that, because I'm just gonna, until we reach the ground, which we might actually be able to defeat this thing before we cut to the ground, I'm gonna leave it here. And the next episode, we are going to be fighting Gloom Hands. And now it has an exclamation mark on its head. Like, I'm sorry, buddy, you even know what happened, and all of a sudden you're just getting bombed. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this stuff quickly here before it decides to smite us. Especially thinking about to actually grab the weapon. Hopefully, or bow rather, but hopefully that bow didn't just get duration damage. I don't think it did. No, okay, perfect. This is beautiful right here. Gorgeous. Only 3 non-lined up bows. But yeah, anyways. That we shall leave it here. I'm actually gonna get out of the storm so we don't have to worry about getting obliterated. But yeah, anyways. Saying to say, we are going to fight some Gloom Hounds, or I guess Phantom Cannons, in the next episode. Those are gonna be laughably easy, especially saying we have the Master Sword. With the Master Sword, it gives us, I think, plus 30 against Phantom Cannons. I know it gives us, well, base damage, I think it goes up with that. I think it goes up to 45, and then it goes up to 60 against Ganondorf himself. So we're just gonna equip that before we even leave for that. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please high-five that like button. Explode the subscribe button. Say something down in the comments down below. Do what you do, and I'll see you in the next one. Now I'm gonna do more cooking because we still don't have that much food. Peace.